Welcome back to my channel Cheer Up. Today's video is a travelogue. Today we tour one of the most picturesque country of Middle East, Jordan. I will be giving you all the facts related to trip to Jordan. Before making our plans, we spoke to some friends and checked out various travelogues and websites for information. The general belief was 3 to 4 days was enough to see the whole country. However, while planning we realized that there is a lot more to see, and so finally we made plans for 7 nights and 8 days trip because we did not want to miss out on anything and we wanted to cover as much as possible as we could. Budget being important factor, we stayed in some budget friendly hotels and some a little bit expensive hotels. Jordan is a country in Middle East where majority of the people follow Islam. It is bordered by Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Egypt and Israel. It has both the Red Sea and the Dead Sea. The country is sparsely populated with majority of population concentrated near towns or cities onto the western side. The capital of Jordan is Amman. It has 2 major international airports, Queen Alia International Airport at Amman and King Hussein International Airport at Aqaba. Port of Aqaba is the only seaport in Jordan. You can also enter Jordan through any of the land routes available from the neighboring countries. Currency of Jordan is Jordanian dinar and approximately 1 dinar equals to 112 Indian rupees. Before traveling to Jordan, you require to plan which all places you want to visit, as distances to places of interest are large, and so your entry into Jordan requires to be planned accordingly. Mode of travel within the country is also important. There are very few public transport systems available to transit between the cities. There are a few private bus services available which are low cost and budget friendly, but again to travel from one place to another, you would require cabs to reach your hotel or whichever destination. There are rental cars available at airports easily, which you can book via any of the major travel apps. You would require international driving license and credit card for booking a rental car. Indians traveling to Jordan require visa for entry. It can be processed through the Jordan Embassy at New Delhi. Tourist visas for single entry is Rs 9,280 as of today. Indian tourists are also eligible for visa on arrival, which can be obtained at the immigration counter. No e-visa is available. However, Indian tourists are eligible for Jordan Pass, which is a tourist pass which includes over 40 major tourist attractions, and it includes the visa fee. If you have a Jordan Pass, you need not take a visa. It is valid for 12 months from the date of purchase and expires after 2 weeks from the first scan at any of the tourist center. It comes in 3 categories. You can choose as per your requirement. To be eligible for Jordan Pass, you require to stay a minimum of 3 nights in Jordan. The basic Jordan Pass, Jordan Wanderer, which is sufficient for majority of the places, is 75 Jordanian dinars or rupees 8,440. So it is cheaper than the normal visa as it includes the cost of entry to 40 major places of interest, including one-day visit to Petra. Paying for tickets separately could be hard on your budget, as you may have to shed around 50 Jordanian dinar only for one-day entry to Petra. Before you enter a place, check on Jordan Pass site to confirm if it includes entry pass for the site. Not all places of interest are covered by Jordan Pass. We took the Jordan Pass, the Jordan Wanderer, for our trip. Now for transit between the places, we chose to rent a car as we wanted to travel as per our timings and we wanted to explore the country how much ever we could. There are many car rental companies available at the airport and there are some which are not at the airport but are cheaper. I suggest you take from the airport as they are easier to handle and more trustworthy. Few things to keep in mind while taking a rental. First, travel documents, international driving license and credit card are required. Second, the company shall block a certain amount of your card as security, which shall be unblocked once the car is returned. Your card should have that much balance left. For details, check on the company website. Third, renting point and returning point of the cars can be different as per your choice, but you may have to pay extra for that. Returning points availability are different for different companies, so check before you book. Best would be plan your trip in a circuit so that the returning point is also the same. We rented a car from the Amman airport and returned it at Amman airport itself. Another important thing is about food that everyone should be aware of. In Jordan, it is very difficult to get vegetarian food. Even McD here does not have veg options, sadly. So, you require to plan it out or it might ruin your trip. One suggestion is to buy some fruits and keep it with you all times, at least you won't be hungry. Next, before you start, you should know that distances between cities and places of interest is large. And so between two places you might not find any restaurants or coffee shops to stop over for your meals. So either you can carry the required meals from where you start or time your travel accordingly. Jordan can be hot and so water should be carried. If you have rented a car, I suggest you to buy bottles of water from any of the supermarkets and some fruits for your trip. You can buy water in bulk and keep it in the car, as water is expensive compared to India. However, many hotels you stay provide you with free water in limited quantities, but mind you, not all hotels provide you it for free. Before you land in Jordan, you need to plan the itinerary, like places to visit, where to stay, etc. We got our rental car from Amman airport and stayed at Amman for 3 nights. And we visited places nearby like Jerash and Ajlon. From Amman, we travelled to Petra while visiting Mount Nebo, Moses Spring and some other places at Madaba, and reached Petra and stayed 1 night at Petra. After visiting Petra, we travelled to Wadi Rum, stayed at the Wadi for 1 night and did activities available there, and thereafter we travelled to Aqaba. Visited places of interest at Aqaba and stayed there for 1 night, and then we travelled to Swimeh to experience the Dead Sea. Stayed 1 night there also, and then finally we travelled back to the Amman airport to take our flight back. Now I'll give you a more nuanced day-to-day details of our trip for those who are interested in my next video. Thank you for watching.